For number 16, it says write the slope-intercept form of an equation of a line perpendicular to that and passing through -3, 1. So first I need to know the slope of this line so I can find this perpendicular slope to it. So I'll go ahead and solve for y. So 2y equals -x plus 5. Divide everything by 2. So you get y equals, this becomes its all little fraction, -1/2 x plus 5/2. So if I want the slope of the line perpendicular to this line, I need to flip this slope and change the sign. So my new slope is actually going to be positive 2/1 or just 2. Okay, so I can use my slope and I can use this point that they've given into my point slope formula. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So that's y minus 1 equals 2 times x minus 3. Minus a -3 is just going to be x plus 3. So when I distribute, I'll get 2x plus 6. Add my 1 over, you get y equals 2x plus 7. And it wanted it in slope-intercept form, so that is your answer. 17. Write the slope of each line and tell whether the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So you'll just find the slope, which means you have to solve for y. -5y equals -4x plus 10. Divide everything by -5. So I have y equals, this becomes its own little fraction. 2 negatives divide out to make a positive 4/5 x minus 2. Okay, all I'm interested in is my slope right here. For over here, I have 4y equals -5x plus 9. Divide both sides by 4. So you get y equals -5/4 x plus 9/4. Now let's just look at the slopes. Right here we have 4/5, and right here we have -5/4. Those are opposite reciprocals to each other, right? Opposite signs, and they've been flipped. So these two lines are perpendicular to each other. If the slopes were the same, they would be parallel. Okay? If that is not the case, if they're neither opposite reciprocals nor the same, then your answer will be neither. Okay? Number 18, write the equations of both lines and tell whether they're parallel, perpendicular, or neither. This is going to be really easy, okay? So we're just going to, this is like working backwards from the graph to make the equation. We're used to having the equation first and then graphing, but we're going to go backwards from here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to look and I'll see, okay, my first point was -1, so that's a -1 at the end. And my slope right here was up 1/1 for this line, okay? For this darker line right here. So my slope was -1, so that's -1x minus 1, and that equals y. I didn't put those together, too close together. Alright. That's for this line right here. For this line right here, my y-intercept is still -1. Sorry, I did that backwards. The slope on this line should be +1 because you went up 1/1. So for this line, it's y equals 1x minus 1. For this line right here, we're going to go down 1/1. So my slope is y equals -1x minus 1. Okay, so just look at your slopes to determine if they're parallel or perpendicular. 1 is actually 1/1, right? And -1 is -1/1. So they are in fact perpendicular because I've flipped it and made it negative.